Hey, what is up, everybody? It is Chris Swan with Soul Motivation Records. Today, I just want to talk a little bit about how to get out of a rut. Not too long ago, I was feeling frustrated and agitated, and it seemed like everything was annoying me. Every time I had to go play a gig and play music, I would just be frustrated, not in the mood, just in a bad mood. It was really getting on my nerves, and I really was tired of feeling drained and frustrated and annoyed all the time. So I had to sit down and think about it and think about what I can do to turn this around and to make things more positive again. And as I was thinking through this stuff, I came to the conclusion that it really came down to two things: balance and change. The first thing was balance. I think I know I'm a very obsessive person, which has served me well when it comes to music and business. I get really excited about something and I get really obsessed with it, and I just focus on it and I just go to the extreme to make sure I do it and do it to the best of my ability. I love making goals and making plans and seeing those plans through. So that's really great, but there's also a bad side to that. When I get super overly obsessed with certain things, other things in my life start to lack. And I think that is what was starting to happen. I was letting some other things go, like my spiritual health and my physical health and my social life. I wasn't spending time with people and friends as much as I should. And so I think when you start to put all your time and energy into something over here and let this other stuff go, you start to get really agitated and frustrated because you feel like something is missing from your life. According to Zig Ziglar's Wheel of Life, there are 7 areas that we need to focus on to have a well-balanced life. So we have our career, our finances, our spiritual life, our physical health, our intellectual health, our family, and our social life. It's important to make sure that we are putting time into all 7 areas so that we have a well-rounded, balanced life. The other thing that was frustrating me was change. There are a few things I needed to change in my life, and I was kind of avoiding them and not dealing with them. And I think that was making me super frustrated and annoyed. And I know we've all dealt with that. I'm sure in your own life, there have been times where you knew you had to change something, but you were avoiding it, not dealing with it. And then, of course, that made you agitated and annoyed because you knew you were avoiding this thing that you needed to change. Whether it's, to change your diet or change your physical activity or to quit smoking or to quit drinking soda as much, or maybe it's a bigger change, like you're unhappy in your job and you need to find another job. Or maybe you're unhappy in a relationship and you need to change that relationship. Or maybe there's negative people in your life that you need to get out of your life. And we all know when those things are there, but we sometimes don't want to deal with it because change is hard. Change is really, really hard. And I think that's what I personally have been going through. I know I need to make a few changes, and I know it's going to be really hard, and I've been avoiding it. And because I've been avoiding it, I've been frustrated and annoyed and agitated because I know I'm not dealing with something that I need to deal with. So it's super important that when we are given the signs that we need to make a change, you have to follow through and make that change. And even though it's hard, it is always worth it. Every single time it is worth it. Every time I've made a big change in my life, I have not regretted it. I've been like, yes, that needed to happen. So take a look at your own life. Are you stuck in a rut? Are you frustrated, agitated? Are people annoying you? Do you feel like everything you have to do is a chore and you're exhausted and you just don't want to deal with anything? If that's you, I bet 1 or 2 of these things are true for you too. Is your life in balance? And is there something you need to change in your life that you're avoiding? If you take a look at those 2 things, you might just get yourself out of that rut. So I would encourage you to do that today. Take a look at your life. Make sure you are living a well-balanced life. And if there's something you need to change, go for it. Make that change today. It will be worth it. That is what I am doing, and I am finally starting to see the light again and see the way out, and that is super exciting. And we all deserve that in our lives. So come and join me. Amazing things await us both.